Let me record. So we're going to just be talking about the onboarding process that I have recently started to implement, and my girls have been truly taking off, and I'm so stinking proud of them. So let's get to it. But before I start sharing my screen, I did want to say, a lot of this stuff, like a lot of the things that I'm going to show you has been a culmination of some things from different teams. And I say that so that you guys realize, or that you guys feel empowered, or you're not nervous to reach out to other people that you see winning in this business and ask what they're doing. Like truly, guys. Like, I reached out to Kate Healy, and I reached out to Linda Conselman. Can you mute yourself? Oh, never mind, I got it. So I reached out to Kate Healy about her onboarding process, and I tweaked it to apply to my team, Team Limitless, and BBE. And then a few months ago, I reached out to Linda Conselman regarding her boards, and I took that and I adapted it to make it more applicable for our team. So if you see people in this business that are winning, reach out to them and ask them what are their processes. I guarantee you they're going to share it with you. And that's truly all I've done, is kind of taken the best parts about their onboarding processes, taken the best parts of the onboarding processes that Morgan's taught me and that Rachel's taught me, and just kind of seamlessly brought them all together in one place. Okay, so let me start sharing my screen. I don't have like a specific presentation for you guys. I was literally just going to show you straight up my onboarding deck and walk you through basically what I do when I get girls, when I get new market partners and I'm doing the onboarding process. Okay, so, and if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and I can address them as we're going. Okay, so this is the onboarding deck that I have made. And basically, you guys, I have really stripped down my onboarding process to be super, super simple. Okay. And the reason for this is I felt like in the past, when I would get girls on an onboarding, it was information overload. Drop a one in the chat if you've ever felt like you've just been fire hydrating like your market partner, your new market partners, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just told you way too much information. Yes, I felt like that all the time. And I was like, if I'm feeling overwhelmed by sharing this information, how are they feeling? Right. So first and foremost, what I've been implementing is I get them on the phone, right when they sign up. I schedule a call with them. They're onboarding within 24 to 48 hours after their sign up date. That is crucial. You want to get their onboarding done as soon as possible because they're excited. They just said yes. So let's capitalize on that excitement and get them on the phone as soon as possible. Okay. And tell them, I only need 30 minutes of your time. Okay. We're going to do a quick little 30-minute Zoom session so that you can feel empowered to start your business. All right. We get on the Zoom and I pull up this little presentation. And before I even get started, and I will actually never forget, Rachel Britt asked me this on my onboarding 2 years ago. And it's to serve a purpose to get your new market partner talking. Okay, because we're about to just dump all this information on them. So we want them to be a part of that conversation too. And Rachel Britt asked me straight up, she said, how do you best learn? Do you prefer all of the information up front? Or do you like us to give you information as it's applicable? And y'all, that tells you so much about your new market partner, because you have two very different people. Some people, they just want information as it's applicable. So that tells you, okay, I'm not going to tell you all the things. I'm going to tell you things as it's applicable. Whereas other people, they want to know all the information. They want to know, how to find XYZ resource, and they want it all. And that's the type I was. I was like, give it all to me. I want it all. And then I'll kind of decipher through. So That is something you need to ask. Okay. Also, this is a question Kate Healy asked, and I absolutely love it. It started some really great conversations. Ask them, what are your expectations for me as your mentor? Y'all, that's such a good question. What are your expectations for me as your mentor? Again, that also sets the tone and allows them to tell you like what they want. Some people might say, oh, like, I don't really know. And then that's your invitation to say, well, this is how I can be your mentor. Whereas other people will say, I really need guidance in talking to people. I really need guidance in social media. And that's really going to peel back these layers of maybe some areas that they're not so confident in. And so that you can take it and run with it. Okay. So then we go through the onboarding, welcome. I kind of give a little lowdown of like what we're going to be talking about. But as you notice, you guys, I'm not going to just dump all this money stuff on them. And that's for a purpose. Okay. How we were founded and what our products are and our gratitude program, that's all information that is obviously useful, but that can come down the road. That's not going to earn them money. Okay. The sole purpose of this onboarding is to help them feel empowered to make their first sale within 24 hours of this onboarding, because we want them to get money in their pocket as soon as possible. And y'all have probably all felt it who've built a team. If you have recruited a market partner and they've gotten a sale early on in their business, they're more likely to continue going. Whereas if you've gotten a market partner and it's maybe taken them a couple weeks to get a sale, it kind of sets the tone of how their business is going to be. So that is the purpose of this quick launch onboarding. Okay. We talk a little bit about their why. Of course, that's really important. And then talk about time and earnings. Again, that's going to set that expectation. What are they really willing and wanting to put into this? Okay. If they're saying, okay, I have 5 minutes a day to dedicate to this, that kind of tells me how much energy I need to be pouring into them. Of course, a new person, you're going to want to coddle them a little bit more, pay more attention to them. But I want you to know as a leader, your time is valuable. So if a person's only willing to give you 5 minutes of this business, that doesn't mean you need to be pouring hours and hours and hours upon hours every single day to pour into them. They got to meet you with where you're like the energy that you're giving them. Okay. So that sets the expectation a little bit of like, okay, like how serious are they? And then same thing with the earnings. A lot of people, when I ask this question, they might be a little timid. They might be a little like, oh, like, I don't really know what's possible, which, I mean, that's rightfully so. But they might say, oh, if I can make, $50, $100 a month. Okay. Yeah, sis, I got you. We'll make that this week. Right. But then you have other people that I got off an onboarding last night, and she was like, if I can end up making like $1,500 a month, that'd be awesome. And I'm like, okay, well, that tells me where I want or where I need to support you so that we can build you to being a solid MB, MMB, so that we can get you those steady $1,500 paychecks, whatever it is. Okay. So again, this is just kind of giving you information on where their head's at. All right. Then we quickly run down, these are the ways you can access the products, ask them if they have any questions. And then we start talking about money. Okay. Obviously we talk about the 5 paychecks a month, but we go into Smart Start. Very quickly run down what is Smart Start. Tell them all of their earning potential there. And I say, guys, it takes 15 people, 12 VIPs, 3 market partners. We all know 15 people that can wash their hair, all right? Or that do wash their hair, right? So talk about Smart Start, talk about while they're building in Smart Start, they're automatically going to hit their first rank. This is our first goal for you. explain that. Okay. They all get really excited when I'm like, yeah, and you're going to hit your first rank within the first couple weeks of your business. And because of this onboarding process, the past couple market partners I've signed on, they've hit MMP within their first like 2 to 3 weeks of their business, which is huge. Okay. Then after that, now we're talking about a preview for a follow-up call that you're going to have 24 hours later. Okay. So in this call or this portion, I say, all right, now we're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to discuss tomorrow on our call, but we're going to launch your business. So what I want you to do is make a list of 10 to 15 people that are in your close circle that you think would be A, interested in the products, or B, interested in this business. And tomorrow on the call, together, we're going to send out messages to your people. And the keyword is together. Okay. I said, this is an example of a dirt message. And what I've been doing, and I'm going to hold that thought. I'll talk about what we do on that call next. But basically I give them a preview of what we're going to be doing tomorrow so that they come to the table prepared. And then they're like, oh shit, okay, this is like a serious business. And again, that's going to tell you kind of how they are, right? But it's going to also help them feel really prepared and empowered to come to that call tomorrow. And it's great. Okay. Then also what you're going to do tomorrow or tonight, while you're sitting there, like the rest of the night, if you're, watching TV in the bath, whatever, find a cute picture of yourself that you want to post. And tomorrow we're also going to put a post up together. So maybe think about what you want to say. And then that night, I also will send them a couple examples of some social media teasers. But again, I say tomorrow we're going to post and we're going to post together. It makes them feel supported, that you're in it with them, because for a lot of people, posting is scary. So for them to feel like you're right there next to them, that's all they need. They just need to know that they are supported. Okay. So I preview that for the call that we have the next day, and then basically tell them they're ready. I give them a homework list. All right, this is your homework. Okay. So you're going to download boards, which I'm going to show you guys my boards in a second. So you're going to download boards, download the book. I kind of explain all of that. You're going to create your list of 10 to 15 people. Think about your social media post, and then we're going to schedule a call. And we can already check one thing off the list. And a lot of times, you guys, when I'm scheduling the initial onboarding, I'll go ahead and schedule that second call. I say, I need 30 minutes tomorrow, 30 minutes on Friday or Thursday. And we'll go ahead and schedule that. But if we haven't at this point in time, I ask them, all right, what time works tomorrow to chat for, 20 to 30 minutes. And we go ahead and okay, yay, we already checked one thing off the homework list. But work on those things. And tomorrow we'll start launching your business. And guys, you've noticed, there's probably 100 things I could give this person to do, but I literally gave them 2 things are downloading, two things they just need to download. That takes 2 seconds. One thing is create a list and then think about your social media posts. It's not even make the social media posts. So this is a really attainable list that they're going to feel empowered once they're able to do it. You want your market partner to succeed, not just get the sale. You want them to feel empowered and successful in every single step of this business. Okay. So, and then I just welcome them. Okay. So that is the onboarding deck. All right. Now, I was going to show you, or I guess I need to talk about the call the next day. So, like I said, very briefly, we get on the phone. I don't do a Zoom. I probably could, but I haven't been. I just hop on the phone and I'm like, all right, let's walk through your list. I'm going to write down the names, and I literally make them give me their names, the names of people on their list, so that I can write them down too. And we literally just go through their list, and I ask them, separate, are any of these people contenders for being a market partner? And a couple of them will be. And then we work through the dirt list and I say, okay, girl, so while you're texting all of your dirt people for VIPs, I'm going to create some voice notes for market partners. And I have them give me information about the potential market partners. And we sit there, I put a little music on and we sit there for maybe, 5-6 minutes while they're texting their potential VIPs. I'm literally crafting out their voice notes for them. I explain to them what the voice note is, how it sounds. Are you comfortable sending voice notes? And a lot of them be like, oh, I'm a little nervous, but like, I'm going to do it. And then I'm like, okay, well, when we hop off the phone, you're going to send Sally and Susie the voice notes. Again, guys, they feel so supported when you sit there and do it with them and together live on the phone, or even better, if you're close, get together in person. Okay. But togetherness is key. So that's kind of what we focus on that call. All right. Then also on the call, if we have a little extra time, I will go through the boards. And if they're the type of person that's told me, I only want to know information as it's applicable, I'm going to say, okay, this is our boards. And you need to know, basically you need to know 3 things on this board. It's a lot of information, but it's the new market partners start here. And that has kind of some intro videos that they can do. You're also going to want to notice the products board, because this is where we're going to teach you how to give recommendations. And this is where you're going to find all of the blurbs. And then the last folder I only want you to look at right now is the conversation scripts. And this is, I explained to them, I'm like, this is how we talk to your VIPs. Now, your first probably 3-4 VIPs, I will draft things out for you until you feel a little bit more comfortable. But this is where I'm pulling it from. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, girl, like it's the same conversation every single time. And this is where I'm pulling it from. And that makes people feel comforted too, that they don't have to know all of the things. They don't need to know Renew shampoo, because I just click a button and Renew shampoo pops into the text, right? I believe boards is like it's either a 7-day trial or a month trial. So I have them download it and I say, try it out for a week. If you don't like it, that's okay. I'll send all of this to you in shared notes. But I give them that option, but I'm like, try out boards first. And if you don't like it, I'll get you this information in another capacity. And most everyone looks at boards and they're like, this is freaking awesome. And they love it. So that is the boards. I kind of like walk through that with them. And then the last thing that I adapted from the Everyday Hustle team, that's Kim Nelson and Kate, they have been doing, they're calling it a New Girls Squad. And I'm so obsessed with it. Morgan and I have actually been like kind of talking about some like a program that we want to do for our new girls. But this has been amazing for our new girls, because how many times, and maybe you still feel like this in your business, but how many times in your business, right in the beginning, you maybe found yourself having 15, 20 minutes, you wanted to work your business, but you didn't know what to do. Drop a 2 in the chat if you ever felt that way, or maybe you still do. So this is going to give your girls basically a to-do list of things that they can do when they find themselves wanting to work their business. Okay. And again, I preface by saying, and it says on the bottom, these are suggestions, and I engage the person too. If they already seem a little overwhelmed, maybe don't give them this. But if you have a girl that's been getting a couple of VIPs, she got her first couple of VIPs within her first couple of days of her business, she's well on her way to MMP. Those are the types of girls that you want to give this to. The girls that are running from the get-go, because this is going to help propel them in their business. Okay. And basically it's like a 6-week checklist that I send my girls, and it's simple stuff. But it's all things that are going to help propel them forward in their business and push them forward, maybe push them out of their comfort zone a little bit. But again, it all comes down to the togetherness. And this is something that my upline has had to teach me and tell me time and time and time again, that doing things together makes all the difference. So maybe even take it a step further. And if you have a new girl, maybe you haven't gotten a new market partner in a while and you have a new girl, I would challenge you to say, all right, download Get Over Your Damn Self, and we're going to listen to it together. We're both going to do it, because then that's that extra step of accountability for your market partner, but also for you to show up as a leader and lead by example. But a lot of these things, you guys, are like really good reminders. One of which is like the shampoo dealer certified. I realized a couple months ago that, or like I think it was like 2 months ago, I wasn't certified in any of the things. And I was like, well, how can I expect my girls to want to be certified if I'm not certified? So you know what I did? I spent 3 hours and I did all of the certifications. And then I got my cute little hats and I showed my team. And then they're all like, wait, I want the hat. And then they go and do it too. So these are also really good little reminders for you. Or maybe you find yourself in a place where you're kind of starting over in your business. These are, or you have a market partner that hasn't been working and wants to revive her business. I'm in the situation, or I'm in a similar situation with a girl on my team, and we're going to sit down together and I'm going to onboard her, you guys. I'm literally going to onboard her as if she's a new market partner, because things are a little different now on my team. And we're going to go through this checklist together. So this is something that is really great. It's really going to help those people that want to work, give them daily tasks to do. Okay. We only have a couple more minutes, but does anyone have any questions? Feel free to go off of mute. I know I just like talked a mile a minute, but does anyone have any questions? And I'm happy to like send out my onboarding so that y'all can, you can adapt it to your team's needs as well.
Maria, this was absolutely stellar.
Yay, I'm glad you liked it.
Great job. I think the overarching thing that I took away from you is like doing this together. Well, number one, making it simple. Number two, asking the right questions to get to know the person. And then lastly, doing it all together, right? No one joined to do shit alone. No one, like, they're scared. And when they have your support in all facets, they're like, hell yeah, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome work.
Yay. Well, I'm glad you guys liked it. And like I said in the beginning, like, don't be afraid to reach out to people that you see winning in this business. Because literally Linda hit MM in December, and Kate's she's going to hit MM like any second now. So I like run to them because I'm constantly inspired by them. They're also my friends in this business. I'm like, girl, what you doing? Because I want to drink that Kool-Aid and I want to bring it to my team. And it's only going to better every single person in this organization to share with one another each other's ideas. So
woo, I love it.
Yeah, are you really?
Wait, I raised my hand. I know we have a call to hop on, but I also was just thinking of this because I'm seeing so many familiar faces. Don't hop off if you're listening to this. This is a good tip. Familiar faces. If this is like, if you're seasoned, you've been in this business for a while, if you might have one new girl, if you don't, if you've had people that have joined who have fallen off, whatever. I'm literally using this method on girls who are not even quote unquote new market partners, but who maybe haven't had a method that's worked for them in the past. And guys, we're not reinventing the wheel for anyone, but start doing this for yourself and hold yourself accountable. If you have a market partner that you're still like friends with and connect with, but they might need a little bit more guidance, like, hey, let's test run this. It's working really, really well. Let's treat today like it is your first day signing up. Throw away the old list, throw away all this stuff and go through these steps, go through these checklists, and it's working. So big piece of advice for you. Okay, that's it. Thanks for letting me raise my hand. Love you guys. Bye.
Awesome. Well, if anyone ever has any questions, let me know. And yeah, I will, I'm happy to send out my links in the chat so that y'all can have access to that and adapt it as you see fit for your team and your girls. But hopefully this was helpful, and thank you guys for joining.
Thanks, Maria.
Yes. All right. Bye guys. Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.